There's a need to assess all of the Clyde's fish stocks, really, because the fishery, the fin fishery in the Clyde has declined in recent decades, so that very few fish species are landed from the area. So assessing whiting is important, assessing cod is important. Stock assessments of all the Clyde fish are going to be important. I concentrated on whiting primarily because there's more data for whiting than there is for other species, and whiting appear to be the most abundant fish species in the Clyde at present. We collect fisheries data, which consists of landings and discards from the Clyde fishing fleet, and survey data, which consists of trawls which are made on a regular basis, and we combine those data sources in a mathematical model in an attempt to construct time series of trends in abundance. So we're trying to find out how the abundance of the whiting stock has changed over time. What we've found so far is that the biomass of whiting in the Clyde has remained fairly stationary over the long term. There's maybe a slight increase in the number of whiting, but no increase in the biomass. So that suggests that the whiting are now growing more slowly, so that each individual weighs less than it used to. So the whiting have become smaller. The whiting becoming smaller means that increasingly few of them are growing to sizes above minimum landing size. So the whiting have become too small to legally bring on shore. So the fishery for whiting has essentially ceased in the Clyde. The landings data that we have for the Clyde is accurate and fairly reliable. The discard data that I've been using so far in my model depends on, or is based on, estimates from 1982 until 1998. So we really do need more up-to-date discard data in order to produce reliable model results. I've been told this data does exist, so it's basically just up to me to go and get it and put it to use. The model fits the data is quite good for all of the data sources except for the discards. Our model tends to overestimate the discards, and at present I'm not sure why that is. I'm hoping it's got something to do with the low quality of the discard data in recent years, and that acquiring better discard data for those recent years will allow the model to fit better. The output from this model will just give us a broader understanding of trends that have occurred within the whiting stock. So, for example, the model demonstrates that the growth of whiting has declined over time. It demonstrates that fewer whiting are growing above minimum landing size, and it suggests that in order to restore the fishery, we really need to impose some measures that will allow the whiting to grow more quickly as they once did. So hopefully some sort of some fishery management policy that enables the whiting to grow more quickly will improve the fishery.